Cruising down the street in my 6'4".
and you welcome to N.E.W. Whiplash Live Night 3 from the Olympia, right here in Liverpool. And Erwin, what a night it should be.
Well, yeah, following a week of chaos, we continue into Whiplash, and well, I hope it just doesn't get as crazy as last night was. Of course, you were busy running around backstage. Of course, a lot of battles going on backstage we didn't see, but of course I was getting a lot of information going through my headset.
Yeah, another night of trials and tribulations. Of course, Adrian Goldman made a decision not to give those incidences airtime as to the new rulings here in N.E.W. about backstreet brawls that Adrian Goldman takes very, very seriously. He wants the fans to see it, he wants us to call it, he wants it to be a product, he wants the fights to happen where they could, quite rightly should, you know, take place in the ring. You know, there's no sense two guys going at each other, potentially injuring each other in a concreted area, when we have a perfectly good ring out there where they can settle their differences like men, Erwin.
Well, yeah, I totally agree, and I mean, one of which we saw Troy Webster trying to attack Zach Fuller after his victory. Of course, that wasn't so successful, but of course, as Zach Fuller went backstage, he found that Bart Brute was already attacking Wade Nelson. I was already talking about that at the time, and it ended up in a complete ruckus back there.
First match tonight, after the raucous week we've had.
Another raucous.
Yeah, I'm sure this match won't be the faint of heart either. It's going to be V and William Zander going one-on-one tonight. Now this is a UK rankings match, I believe, but I think this is more about the mental state of William Zander after the implosion of Xanta Enterprises, Erwin. Oh, yeah. What kind of William Zander are we going to see tonight?
Again, before William Zander opened up on his now, I'm guessing, former tag team partner, O'Grady. O'Grady basically made out that Xanta Enterprise basically paid them not to leave the team. Said that he was the only one that cared about winning, and that was it. Zander opened up.
Well, controversy perhaps. There was money being passed around. We'll never truly know until one of the Xanders confirm it. V doesn't give a fig about that, because he's here to get himself one notch closer to a UK championship shot. 5'10", 239 pounds. Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, proud member of the militia. Some mixed run of form as of late, but when this kid is focused, he's pretty much unstoppable. But he faces a strong test tonight against a much heavier, much stronger William Zander.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Of course, V not successful in his last attempt to climb the UK rankings, finds himself in that precarious position that we haven't seen anyone suffer from yet. Of course, Adrian Goldman saying if you lose in three consecutive matches, if you're at the bottom of that rankings, then you will find yourself at risk of dropping a ranking, or if in the UK situation, you will end up in EFW should you lose that fourth match.
Which, you know, again, I'm sure a lot of these guys on the N.E.W. roster, no disrespect to EFW, which is tremendous development in its own right, see EFW as a bit of a demotion, and certainly do not want the dishonour of being sent back to the development territory, sent back to school essentially, when they've already made it to the main roster. William Zander, interestingly, back all in black, 6'5", 350 from Bismarck, North Dakota. Former hardcore champion. This man now is Xanta Enterprises.
I think I just caught something a bit rude on his sights, if you ask me. The only thing that isn't in black, because it seems this implosion of Xanta Enterprises has caused him to lose that green attire, which was very new to us to begin with. V, of course, having a change of colour here that we saw last week, or earlier this week, no, last week.
Yeah, V now in black and red. I talked to V about this change of look here, and he said, and the only thing he said to me about it was, Erwin, is that you should never let an enemy see you bleed.
Wow.
I quite like that.
Very interesting. Of course, V now donning red.
Oh.
Kevin Cannon now donning blue. William Zander coming back here.
Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, my word. Well, a former Thai boxer with those furious fists, just dissecting V there.
Remember, this is Extreme Rules. V didn't have to rush back in, does. Big mistake.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to get right back on the attack, not give the bigger man the advantage, but fell right into a backdrop by the 350-pound William Zander.
Be quick there to sweep the legs. Now thinking about getting some weaponry, I think.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
It'll certainly help if he's quick enough.
This tree. He's taking his time. I think that's why. Table, the smallest of objects to get from under the ring. Zander steals that table from V. Oh, with intentions, and there it is.
Yeah, V looking to grab it, not quick enough. Gets a head full table.
Shot of wood right to the head. Not going to help V's chances in this one. Oh my word, right into the steel barrier. William Zander, looking very aggressive here tonight. I mean, he's never in the best of moods, but
right into the turnbuckle post.
Dear. Well, V fighting back, but what a counter there by Zander. Again, clearly going to be the quicker of the two after the multiple headshots that V has taken. Clubs to the back though by V. This plucky guy from the militia knows how to fight.
I went for a sweep of the legs, did not collide though.
I think the bigger man Zander just being able to power out of it there. That corkscrew leg sweep.
Right onto that
Enough
table.
to take down V. Yeah, good call, Owen. Landed right on the wood there. Did the man from the militia.
Still managing to fight back though. Arm breaker.
Snap me a takedown, kick to the spine. And onto the ropes he goes. High risk. Potentially. High impact. There we go.
Somersault.
Got all of that.
Sent on. Now looking for some more weaponry. This time Zander is more dazed.
That's
a sledgehammer.
Oh.
Zander quick to block it though. Oh, Oklahoma slam!
Right onto the sledgehammer. Steel meets spine. One. Not even a two. Not even a two. This new attire may have give V some new resilience.
Yeah, sheer willpower.
Fighting on sheer adrenaline alone. I think you're quite right, Erwin. Oh, misses with a senton splash door, rolls out the way.
Yeah, V very quick there. But not even a one.
Well, I think that just speaks to the power of William Zander. V knows he might just have to take this monster down one step at a time. Blocks a cutter door. Does Zander hard forearm smasher right back into the corner. Oh, big elbow.
Oh, an enziguri!
What an enziguri by Zander.
Well, like many here recently in N.E.W, I think William Zander is purely fueled by anger right here.
Senton splash again. Well, yeah, I mean, you can see what's written on the back of his tights there, Erwin. I mean, William Zander clearly not in the best of moods tonight. He's taken all of that aggression, all of that controversy on V, and the Kahina clutch locked in tight. This could be over right
and
here.
It is.
Mike Chatopa rings the bell after a valiant effort by V. William Zander. Stone cold focus here tonight. An impressive win over the militia here. Oh, look at that fallout slam right onto the sledgehammer. I think that was a turning point in this match.
Great way to open the show here. But a scary new focus.
Never recovered, sorry Erwin.
Well, again, with Zander Enterprises being history, and well, it's quite clear message from William Zander tonight. I don't think he's looking for tag team partners anymore.
No, William Zander, I think, is now here for himself. What a dangerous, dangerous man Zander could be when he has no one to turn to for help. The Kahina clutch, the speed, the agility for a guy his size. It might not be the best news for the rest of the N.E.W locker room. Good match, good victory for Zander. Great way to kick off Whiplash, Erwin.
Absolutely fantastic, and now we move on to someone who had a overwhelming great performance last night. Of course, Vega, the monster, Hannibal Jacobs putting everything he could to try and keep the big man down, but in the end, a Vagabond put an end to that dream. And it seems Bat Brute, of course, facing me tomorrow, the same rankings.
Got to that.
Yeah, Hannibal Jacobs giving it his all. Vega being victorious now moves on to face Simon Youngblood. And again, Vega has been defeated by these guys before, but this is before this whole magnum opus turnaround. Simon Youngblood in for a hell of a fight here tonight.
Oh yeah, I mean, Youngblood always wants to walk alone. Vega almost certainly going to bring friends. It is going to be one-on-one, and Vega, let's be honest, he doesn't need help. But it's been a long time since we've seen him in singles action, as you said before, Erwin. So will it be a shade of ring rust here for the Giant tonight?
Well, again, last night he came down with his full entourage, yet did not utilise any of them. None of them got involved in the match. Hannibal Jacobs, of course, no softy in the ring. Well, of course, Simon Youngblood, a bit of a different beast.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Hannibal Jacobs, no disrespect to the guy, he's a multi-time world champion. Simon Youngblood, certainly still in the he's still at the top of his game. Let's be honest, Youngblood, he's still got so much left in the tank. I mean, there's definitely a few more championships left in that guy. Vega, arguably, is at a different stage of his career now.
Very true.
He's been, I mean, people forget how long this guy has been with N.E.W, Erwin.
Well, once again, the first ever N.E.W champion has come down with his full entourage here.
Well, why wouldn't you? When you have a team like Magnum Opus, so solid. Alright, okay, I admit it, I'm a big fan of these guys, and I know they've had a bit of an unlucky streak as of late. Snake, of course, being conned out of the EFW World Heavyweight Championship. But there's still a lot to play for Magnum Opus. And this man, the massive part of that, it's Vega, the ace in the hole, 7'4" and 640 pounds of attitude, and he is every man's nightmare. He's a two-time European champion, a United States champion, a two-time Intercontinental champion. He is still one half of the N.E.W Tag Team Champions, and oh yes, as you've quite rightly said several times already, he is the first ever N.E.W World Heavyweight Champion. Vega is the pillar block of this company's Hall of Fame, and everybody knows it.
As you quite rightly pointed out, their entrance doesn't quite look as cocky without a belt around Snake's waist.
Combat the EFW World Championship, Erwin. Absolutely cheated out of it. He is the second longest reigning EFW champion in history.
Well, again, you've got to watch out when the brain goes off on Adrian Goldman. Snake's not the only one that's ever fallen victim to that.
Well, that's true, and I have to be reminded that he lost that title on the decision of our CEO and boss, Adrian Goldman.
Here comes a guy who's not one for using the entranceway.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever walked down that ramp. 6'1" and 220, Simon Youngblood from Lexington, Fayette, Kentucky. Great chicken. A former United States champion and an N.E.W champion in his own right. The fire breather, Simon Youngblood.
Great competitor, Simon Youngblood. Of course, beat me for that title, and that was one of the toughest matches I have ever had.
It's quite a statement, considering your illustrious career. I'm really looking forward to your match later this week.
Well, yeah, of course, that's coming up tomorrow.
I know. Of course, you don't wrestle as much as you'd like to, but it's gonna be a great match to call. I'm sure this one is gonna get intense. It's gonna get bloody. It's gonna get violent. It will not be for the faint of heart, and I can pretty much guarantee you it's not going to be one for the purists. Mike Shatopa rings the bell, and here we go. Oh! What a clothesline by Vega.
Oh yeah, Vega starting things off strong here. Brain screw as well.
Oh, that patented GB8 neck wrench, Erwin. Oh, is that the Vega screw?
Pan-sized fists just right in the side in the temples of Simon Youngblood there.
On that middle rope, going airborne is the Giant.
And Goldberg constantly reinforces.
Oh my God, what a shoulder! Sweet Jesus, what a shoulder by Vega!
I'm not sure if that was a shoulder or a headbutt, but a Vega bomb! Somehow, that's woken Simon Youngblood up. This is why this man was so hard to face. Vega's finisher just set the guy off.
Yes, it did. I mean, the Vega bomb only seemed to enrage the fire breather. With that fire in the belly and the searing pain down his spine, is fighting back. Picks up the giant. Oh, pushed off the giant.
No, just sheer monstrosity of Vega comes into play.
Suplex. My God, what an unholy gut wrench by Vega. That kind of velocity could knock out a normal man. Simon Youngblood is not a normal man.
Well, again, this is something I had to point out in the Hannibal Jacobs match last night. Just keeping Vega down wastes a hell of a lot of energy.
Oh, inverted DDT, that's a great point.
More so than he is putting out trying to kick out of a pin.
One of these legs could weigh the same as with the athletes we have in N.E.W. Stomps to the giant, runs those ropes.
Oh, Enziguri! Simon Youngblood.
Duff. Big shot.
Oh, wait!
Oh, a large forearm strike by Vega, and again by the throat, talking some trash to the Youngblood.
Oh, and a gut shot, lifting him off his feet.
Literally lifted him off his feet with that vicious punch to the gut. Sheer aggression by the monster. Youngblood could have internal injuries after a shot like that, Owen.
Well, still fighting back though. He's trying to get to his feet there.
Oh, what a right hand!
And discus forearm right to the face of Vega.
Oh,
but didn't even rock him.
Vega showing a few wrestling moves. Who'd have thought it?
Yeah, getting a bit more technical here. That front face slam there.
He is not known for his technical ability, Owen.
Oh.
Definite power player. Oh,
the strength.
There you have it. Oh, what a slam. Oh, he knows a hammerlock or two, but why put someone in a lock when you can just throw him over your head like that?
Well, exactly. I mean, a lot has to be said for the power game of Vega. A very unique individual. I mean, it's not every day you find a 7'4", 640-pound man who can just kill somebody with a move like that.
I heard he was Godzilla's stuntman in his last movie.
It wouldn't surprise me. Somehow Simon Youngblood got out after 2. After Vega literally sat on his chest.
Wait a minute, Vega bomb! Vega bomb!
Hold on this time. Staring into the eyes of Simon Youngblood before slamming him into the mat.
Vicious maneuver from an angry, unpredictable...
No! How the hell is Simon Youngblood finding the strength to kick out?
Was that even a 2?
I think it was just a 2. And Simon Youngblood
shoulder badge by Youngblood
once again been woken up by a Vega bomber.
That has to be one of the surprises of the year. I mean, a few men have kicked out of 1 Vega bomb, but has any man ever kicked out of 2? What an uppercut by Vega.
Dodges that fist, returns with one of his own.
Yeah, misses with a body shot. Youngblood got one in.
Schoolboy super kick.
Yeah, schoolboy, excuse me, good call.
The signature super kick. And Simon Youngblood but he just watched Vega start crawling around again. Perhaps a bit shocked.
Scoop slam.
That didn't keep him down for longer.
Snapping a takedown again by Vega.
Oh,
head
Youngblood quick though, he dodged. Elbow, and a lariat there, but...
Oh, sling blade
Well, that took him down. Unwise here though.
That is unwise in my opinion there.
I mean, look at that, Vega already to a knee.
Oh.
Simon Youngblood perhaps wanting him to get up a bit. Look at that!
One inverted overhead DDT.
Oh, but once again,
effect on the giant.
Oh, wait, blocked him going into the corner though.
Yes, a good old-fashioned mat wrestling, taking the giant down, who finally rolls out of the kicks of Youngblood and gets him right back to that power base. Overhead guillotine. right to the neck of Youngblood.
Oh, look at this. Boston Crab locked in tight.
That submission maneuver. Look at the torque.
Arching back. Could snap a man in half. Simon Youngblood.
Youngblood must be in after 2 Vega bombs. Manages to counter, goes with the pin, not even a one.
Too close to the ropes, I think, but either way, Vega with a strong kick out there. And staying on Youngblood here. Oh wait, no!
DDT by Youngblood.
Going up to the top rope.
Oh, if he hits this, it could be all Owen.
Looking for it. Moonsault, but Vega moved.
What a rollout, what speed by the Giants.
Simon Youngblood is in huge trouble there, perhaps.
What a match.
Perhaps his final attempt at victory there.
Big knee to the head.
I think it's bust Simon Youngblood right open.
You're absolutely right.
I think I saw blood.
The sheer aggression of Vega's knee.
Oh, snap suplex.
And the skull of Youngblood has busted.
Yes, indeed it has.
Oh, wait a minute. Blood pouring down his face. He kicked.
Back and forth here. Oh, a third time, surely. He can't kick out of a third. Vega bomb.
No one kicks out a free. Nobody kicks out a free Vega bombs. I don't care who you are. 2. Yes, it's over. Mercifully. My word, what a match. What a slugfest between Vega and Simon Youngblood, the fire breather. Give him a fight here tonight. Vega wins, but barely.
Yeah, you can't say Simon Youngblood did not put up a battle.
Absolute slugfest, Erwin. I couldn't deny that. I don't think anyone who just seen that match could deny the fight that Simon Youngblood put up against a much bigger opponent. But tonight, after 3 Vega bombs, the giant, the monster, every man's nightmare, the first ever N.E.W. World Heavyweight Champion is once again on the path to mortality here tonight. Immortality here tonight.
Again. An incredible attempt from Youngblood, but that moonsault right there was the turning point that finally finished this match off. I think Simon Youngblood literally put everything into that moonsault. Vega with a third Vega bomb picks up a victory. And again, if this is the man that's going to follow Bart Brute regardless of that result,
this could potentially be the man that Bart Brute defends his championship against.
Well, that's if he gets through me. But I don't want to defend that championship against Vega, I've been perfectly honest about that, even when Snake called me out on that. I'm not scared of him, but who the hell would want to get in the ring with a 7'4", 640-pound monster? It's just not sensible.
I have a great idea, Rowan. I think you should lose the belt to Brute. Hear me out on this.
So he can get beaten by Vega.
Exactly, and then go back for the belt.
You know, it might not be a just wait it through. Wait till Vega is gone. Yeah.
Well, of course, then Vega would always have that on you. And could you live with yourself?
No, I probably couldn't. Well, anyway,
he's always claimed that you would have been afraid of him. I'd love to see that match. I'm not stirring the pot or anything. I'm just stating facts.
Well, again, we must see what the future holds. Of course, Bart Brute gets that shot first, and we move on into a triple threat Extreme Rules women's match here in the women's rankings, of course.
You're getting that crazy look in your eye. It's Akane Mitsuda, Lisa Chase and Nancy Valentine. Extreme Rules triple threat. Should be a great matchup with 3 of the hottest talents in the hottest women's division in professional wrestling today. I am really looking forward to this one. I really can't wait to see Mitsuda, the second member of the aforementioned Xander Enterprises here tonight in action. If she's anything like William Xander here tonight, she'll have a point to prove against Chase and Valentine.
That's a very good point. I was going to bring it up myself. Oh wait, hang on a second. Marty had teamed with Franco. Got involved in the first of the Better Man series, teamed with him in the second. Had a match last night to essentially what he said was apologise for the display in that Better Man series 2 match. Wonder what's on his mind tonight.
Oh, wait a minute!
He might not have to wait long to find out the answer. Marty wants to team up with Franco again and see how things go between them.
I can't believe it. Marty, of course, used to team with his brother Nate. Franco, in the middle of the best of 7 series with Yuri, used to team up with the Russian Bear. Both these men cheated by their former tag team partners. Could they find solace in each other here tonight? This is huge for N.E.W. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Franco basically saying, after I'm done with Yuri, we can talk. I think the door is firmly open for a team between these two guys. Maddie firmly believes, truly believes that those two men could become, and I quote Erwin, one of the best tag teams in this company's history.
I don't doubt that for a second. Absolutely incredible. I mean, again, as you said, finding solace perhaps together after being screwed over by former tag teams, but when you look at them as individual performers and as tag team specialists, they could well and truly become the best tag team in the tag team division.
I think, you know, from what we've seen of them in their brief time together, I mean, they certainly looked impressive as a unit. I mean, only time will tell, as we like to say here in N.E.W. But coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, this Extreme Rules triple threat. Well, it has all the tools to become an instant classic in my eyes. Lisa Chase, Nancy Valentine and Akane Matsuda. Extreme Rules apply. Only one woman will survive. Only one woman will move up a notch in the women's rankings.
And while Akane Matsuda has been the one doing the climb, and these two are essentially her next opponents in the list, these two opponents are also set to face each other for the women's tag team titles.
Yeah, but that's a great point now, and I believe this is for the number 4 spot for the women's rankings. You told me before, so these three ladies got a lot on their plates and a lot to fight for here tonight. I mean, I'm gonna put you on the spot here, because we are literally talking about 3 former champions in their own right. Who do you favour in an Extreme Rules matchup between Matsuda, Chase and Valentine?
Well, as much as I love the other two athletes, I cannot deny the run Akane Matsuda has been on through this women's division this time round. She's really got her head in the game, and now she has left Sandra Enterprises. Perhaps she has even less to concern her as far as the outside world goes.
Well, perhaps she was just making a little bit extra on the side if reports are to be believed. The Empress
seems like she's got her older tyre back.
Akane Matsuda back styling and profiling here tonight. 5'2" and 175 pounds from Kyoto, Japan. The New Japan Hall of Famer already. Former EFW champion, women's champion, former N.E.W. women's champion. She's been successful everywhere she has been in the world.
Yeah, that brief run as women's champion after she managed to get it in a huge ladder match. Wants to make amends for that short run.
Absolutely, I think Matsuda truly firmly believes that she can do better second time round, and the smart money from our world champion here, sat right next to me, is on this lady, the Empress.
Well, again, her career has come on leaps and bounds since she made it over to the main roster. This run in particular, her climb to the top so far, has seen so many veterans of the N.E.W. ring put to shame.
I get asked this a lot, Erwin, with my role in talent relations, and if I had to put a name to all the people that we found for EFW and N.E.W, you know, if I had to put a name on who I thought had been the most successful so far, I would go for Akane Matsuda.
Interesting stuff.
Doesn't come anything close to what this woman has achieved though. Lisa Chase, 5'2", 125 pounds, at least not yet, from Blackpool, England, proud member of the Outlaws, a former 2-time women's champion, a 3-time tag team champion. I know you love this one, Erwin. Tell the people how long this woman has held the title for.
227 days, 27 days longer than when the other second longest 3-time women's tag team, 3 times women's champion Diana Simmons, who has only held it for 200 days.
Well, there you have it.
And of course, Lisa Chase is the most decorated woman in N.E.W. She may not have been the one to start it. Alice Young and Diana Simmons, of course, being the ones to have the first ever match on Brawl.
True, false?
Yeah, now friends, once enemies. Lisa Chase and Psycho Sonia, however, stalwarts in their own right.
Undeniable. Pivotal to the success of the women's division in this company is Lisa Chase. But this is a woman who believes that the entire division, despite its many talents, should revolve entirely around her and her protege. And her mentor. Nancy Valentine, 5'2", 109 pounds, from Long Island, New York, a proud member of Foxy Valentine, already a 2-time women's tag team champion in her own right. Of course, with her mentor, the Fox, the first ever dual champion in N.E.W. history, Erwin.
Yeah, Nancy Valentine yet to win the singles belt, but of course well experienced in the tag team division. And again, Lisa Chase and Nancy Valentine may ignore Akane Matsuda altogether in this match, with them going into that tag team title match at some point soon.
Well, we thank everybody around the world for joining us here live in the Olympic. Night 3 in Liverpool, sold out for N.E.W. Mike Shitopa rings the bell.
Oh, there we go, Nancy Valentine going straight for Lisa Chase. Akane joining in.
Oh, backbreaker by Matsuda.
Oh!
Excuse me, stiff European uppercut. Oh!
Leg drop. And again!
Fire and Kyle.
Again, Akane just on fire here.
Yeah, Akane, the Empress, one of the founding members of Strong Style.
Chase catches the leg low.
New Japan.
Oh wait, reversed!
Oh! Planning the arm and the head of Lisa Chase right into the canvas. Valentine let it happen, but right back on Akane.
Yeah, I was waiting.
Stopped in the tracks, I think, by the body of Chase. Russian leg sweep by Valentine, who manages to capitalise.
Catches Chase coming in as well.
Face plant to Chase. And now the tide has turned in Valentine's favour, but not for long.
Big knee from Chase. Again, this new attitude of do anything to win seems to have got her over with the crowd more than her just try and do your best.
Well, hell, at least Lisa Chase and her partner Sonia Jackson admit it.
Oh, kick to the face there.
Oh,
Akane stealing that one from Nancy Valentine.
Big German, big Russian leg sweep by Valentine.
Akane again fighting back, jawbreaker.
Unless she's physically not moving. And by that I mean not breathing. do not count out Akane Mitsuda. She can hurt you in 15 ways from the floor.
It seems Nancy Valentine is starting to daze her here. But look at that, she's still pulling herself up. Oh wait.
Wallop. She's open with a count, not even a 2.
We saw that kind of cockiness cost Rick Weaver a match last night as he was gloating. Blaze with a schoolboy. Oh, a roll up, sorry, and managed to pick up a victory.
Wow, you know, I think
almost happened right there.
One-on-one, and we'll see how cocky Blaze gets in that one where Rick Weaver demolishes him like the last time they went 1-on-1.
Reverse DDT from Lisa Chase.
Oh, it's that near takedown by Chase.
Stop trying to sell matches for Magnum Opus. Nancy Valentine in trouble here. Chase going on the attack.
This vendetta that people have been on against our tag team champions, pretty obvious here in N.E.W. as far as this commentator is concerned. Of course, I thought it was a genius idea by our boss Adrian Gorman. What a way to kick off. Right at 10.
Akane Matsuda caught. Boot to the face. And Nancy Valentine, who's now choking the life out of Akane Matsuda. Setting things up. Valentine Bow.
Here it is, both arms locked. Firmly behind Matsuda's back, and Chase had to break that one up.
Did so very quickly. Double underhook suplex held on.
Bridge, beautiful bridge, extreme rules of course, so rope break does not apply.
Yeah, of course, Nancy Valentine's foot right on the rope there to begin with.
High drag takedown and slap to the face. Well,
as Lisa Chase rolls out. Oh!
Sting on that one. Clearly rolling out right out the ring.
Yeah, Valentine had something planned for Akane Matsuda, but Akane Matsuda quick, even when getting to her feet.
Just lightning fast, lightning reaction, and of course all of that experience.
Valentine again doing some taunting here.
Yeah, I think a bit of a poor camera angle there, and I think Akane did manage to get some form of weapon.
Yeah, I think she got a steel chair, but I'm not sure. May not need it.
Armbar takedown.
Oh, but a drop kick to the back.
Right to the spine of Akane Matsuda. Backdrop. By Valentine, goes for the pin now.
Chase might be out.
2.
And
yes,
she is. Nancy Valentine stealing a victory there from Akane Matsuda.
Nancy Valentine being the ultimate opportunist. The shameless self-promoter has struck again. And now the record books will show her in that Nancy Valentine holds a win over Lisa Chase.
Well,
that is massive for this young lady's career. Absolutely massive here in N.E.W.
Well, again, a huge victory for Nancy Valentine, regardless of how it was won. Hard-fought match between these three.
You said yourself, Erwin, the most accomplished woman we have on the N.E.W. roster was Lisa Chase, and this is a triple threat scenario. So everything Nancy Valentine did there, that taking that opportunity, was completely legal. Completely legal. You can talk about the moral implications all you want, but this one's going down in my book as a huge victory for Nancy Valentine.
Well, again, it may not be the victory that she's really thought about too much. Of course, her tag team titles will be on the line at some point, but now she finds herself looking for the women's gold as well, essentially putting her on double duty, possibly. Speaking of tag team gold, that's exactly what these two tag teams are in search of.
Well, I'm sure we talked a lot about our tag team champions tonight, their trials and tribulations. Of course, Vega already in action here tonight with friends. They'll be all sat in the VIP lounge somewhere right now on the plasma watching this one with great interest, because Nate and Joe Freeman tonight will face Gangster and Tyler York. End Times meets the Hit Squad. Traditional tag team match here in N.E.W.
Yeah, thankfully I don't think we wanted to see another steel cage match involving End Times.
I think nobody wants to get into a steel cage with these crazy men. The International Group of Insanity.
Of course, Tyler York with an incredible victory last night. An under 30-second victory once more. And of course, I don't think he'll find that an easy task here tonight. As End Times have been quite a roll. The Hit Squad looking to stop that roll. Two very, very tough teams.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, the Gangster and Tyler York, I've got a lot more experience as a tag team, though, Owen, so I think that might just give them the edge against End Times here tonight. Let's be honest, alright, I do admit they've been on a bit of a roll as of late, but Joe Freeman and Nate have not always looked a completely succinct unit. They always seem, in my opinion, to perform better when their master, the Reaper, is at ringside. When they have to go it alone, the communication seems to stop, the quick tag seems to stop, and the teamwork seems to stop. So I still think, personally, there is more chinks in the armour in End Times than there are in the Hit Squad, who have been a team for much longer here in N.E.W.
That could indeed be very hard to argue. And well, the current US champion looking to become the next Intercontinental champion is out here. And there are the two that are going to be in this matchup.
Well, the Reaper sends out perhaps his two fiercest dogs here tonight. Nate and Joe Freeman, 6'1", 220 and 6', 224 respectively. From Denver, Colorado is Nate, and from Copenhagen, Denmark is Joe Freeman.
Yeah, Nate, of course, having the tag team titles twice before in the Brotherhood, holding those titles for 56 days. And again, a tag team I never thought I would see split, let alone in this manner. Nate siding himself with the Reaper, as Joe Freeman now has.
Yeah, the original Demon is sided with the new. He also took the soul of Grime. He owns Crow already. Nate was the Shockeroo, and you're quite right. Nate, a member of the Brotherhood, betrayed his own family to join End Times. This demonic supergroup mean business in the tag team division, and might be the ones to finally topple the record-breaking single run of Magnum Opus. The Hit Squad, however, who have faced the champions before, might have something to say about that.
Seems Grime has also appeared at ringside here.
Yes, the often forgotten member of End Times, Grime. Still a part of that group, we're told, but used much more as an enforcer. There's not been much action since he joined the group. The Gangster and Tyler York from the Hit Squad, well, they've been around the block once or twice in the tag team division, it's fair to say. But for most improved, you can't look much further than the Hit Squad. Of course, the Gangster showing his usual insolence, walking right through End Time. 6'3" is the Gangster, 299, 6'1" time.
Look at that. I don't know if you saw in that shot, but Shatopa is literally that scared of End Times that he actually jumped the barricade and was in amongst the crowd there. Well, this match finally underway.
The Gangster and Joe Freeman to kick this one off. I see their official fears no man, Owen, you know that. Joe Freeman. Ow! Especially when he's got a bottle of Jack in him, he's an angry drunk.
Gangster starting things off here.
What a shot by Freeman. Backdrop to the Gangster. Oh! What a big clothesline.
Again, interesting that the Gangster always seems to start matches off for the Hit Squad. I don't think I've ever seen Tyler York start a match for them.
Well, I think, you know, it's part of one of the many tactics that the Hit Squad have stuck by their entire tag team career, and it's worked. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix
that's
it.
They've had the success.
Nate on the middle row, who's had his own tag team success with his former brother, Marty, trying to get back into the tag team division, it seems, with his
and sent to the outside.
friend partner Franco. Oh, takes a gangster to the outside, does the other brother, who seemingly has no interest in ever teaming with Marty again. Oh!
Nate wasting
Big
little
DDT.
time going to the outside after the gangster here. The last thing we want to see is a count out. Well, that's exactly how the gangster was beaten by the Reaper in that first Intercontinental ranking match of the Reaper.
Well, I don't think any honourable team would want to count out Irwin, but end times are no honourable team. I think if Nate can put the gangster down on that steel. Oh, knee buster though. Leg breaker.
Count of 6 here, and they're still on the rampway.
Oh, big elbow right to the head.
Look at this, the Reaper
Just distracting our senior official here.
trying to buy Marty some more time, it seems.
Well, the assault is still happening on the outside, but now the gangster is taking it.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
wait a minute, misses
No.
the super kick. Does Nate inverted DDT on the steel by the gangster.
Chitoka has restarted the count now. He realises the gangster is out there. Count of 3. Oh, Samoan drop. Things are really getting ugly here. DDT again.
Huge DDT. Destructive. Demobilising. DDT. Stomping a mud hole dry.
Count of 7
On
here.
the carcass of Nate. Breaks the count again, Irwin.
Very
Manchitope
interesting.
begins again. If he keeps taking out.
Oh my word, what a forearm!
Well, just as I was starting to say that this may have been a bit of a game plan for the gangster, it has imploded in his face. What a face buster by Nate. Right on the steel, misses with a chop block. Well, this gives Gangster the time to recover.
Oh!
But he didn't miss with a corkscrew elbow. What a shot by Nate.
Count of 7.
Hard knees right across the skull, Irwin. I don't think these guys are even listening
wait.
to Mike Chitopa at this point.
No, no way. Oh well, Nate breaking the count this time.
Screaming.
Oh, and that could have been a mistake though. Tyler York's just got the tag in.
Oh!
Oh, but Nate's still quick enough to dodge that. Surely needs to make a tag to Joe Freeman. Now, big back body drop.
Huge back body drop by Tyler York. His long game has been
Going for the
called
pump up
into
elbow.
question.
Doesn't realise Nate got up.
Does now.
Oh, maybe too late. Monkey flip.
Great monkey flip by Nate, who, as you quite rightly say, Owen, has been in that ring for a long, long time.
And yet still has not made the tag to Joe Freeman here.
No, he's had plenty of time to do it. He's chosen not to. He feels he's got something left to give in this matchup.
Again, Tyler York's long game always brought into question.
Perhaps that's why the inverted DDT has sent York to the outside. Seemingly in trouble already against Nate, who has found his second win. What a double knee right to the head of York.
He's just not quick enough to answer here. This match spending more time out the ring than in so far.
It's ironic that some of our more normal matches go this way sometimes.
It really is. Oh god, no. Another Samoan drop on the outside. Count of 6 here. Nick clearly quite spent though.
I think both these men are, after such viciousness, after such aggression by both. Oh, what a shot to the head on that ring post. The skull of Tyler York bounced off the steel ring post. Finally broken count. I believe at 8, or coming up to 8.
Oh, here we go. That signature move of the two brothers. Maybe too close to the ropes.
The Nate Crabbe win.
It's not though.
It's locked in.
York refusing
he
to
stole it
tap.
from Denver and renamed it after himself. Tyler York though.
Oh!
Refusing to give him kicks to the head. Trying to use that power back into the corner. Has the gangster gained enough energy that Nate doesn't let it happen anyway. Irish whip back into their own corner. Will this be the moment that a fresh Joe Freeman arrives? It is. The original demon now, the legal man.
And we've seen this before.
Oh, massive shot.
Tag team finisher for N.Times. A devastating springboard crossbody over the knees. Nate a bit too groggy there, I think, to stop the gangster. Freeman is
suplex. Huge T-bomb.
Going up to the top rope. Oh, but misses.
That massive senton was that moment in that match for N.Times to take it home. Tyler York having none of it.
Oh, but Freeman reversing here.
The gangster still not looking 100% himself here. Tyler York may have to go along in this match now. Is that good news for N.Times, or will Tyler York prove a point here tonight? It doesn't seem so, because he makes a tag to the gangster.
Yeah, Joe Freeman had other intention, moved out of the way of that knee. Has cut off any offense the gangster had planned here. Sends him into the turnbuckle, but caught by the elbow. And a single leg drop kick.
Missile. Single leg from the gangster, who can't capitalise after the hard shot them right back in.
Oh, and again.
About takedown.
Gangster picking up some momentum here. Look at this. Meanwhile, the Reaper here distracting Shatopa.
Well, the gangsters clearly had enough of all these mind games and interferences by N.Times. He's brought Nate right back into this match. Despite the fact that Joe Freeman is a legal man, the gangster is now pounding on the other member of N.Times. What a DDT that was by the gangster. Knows every dirty trick in the book. Do the hit squad.
Gangster now
distracted
rather by the Reaper.
But once again, plying his trade well. The outside of the ring. Mike Shatopa didn't even see him trying to interfere there.
Tag is made to York, utilising the headlock
because he allowed it. Yeah, York did try to utilise it. Freeman counters and gutbuster. Reverses the scoop slam. Diamond collar there by York. Neck breaker.
York trying to rile up this crowd. Bit of a mixed response, weirdly. I'm not sure if they're just saying get on with it. Don't waste time, because something like this could happen.
Yeah, York.
For a second time in this match, but the other way around. It's York this time.
Not for the first time. York's ego got him into trouble. That springboard crossbody, as you pointed out, over the knees, Owen. Just incredible double
Freeman
team.
not quick enough to stop the gangster
the count.
Again. Count broken up. And once again, this match is fallen to an even stance. What a tag team match this has been.
It's been back and forth. Both sides have had chances to put it away. Tyler York's, well, he's not looking in the best of shape. He's actually crawling towards the wrong corner as we speak, completely disorientated. He's not going to find any help. Well, that's realising where he is. With a cheap right hand to the original Demon, Joe Freeman.
Now going to the outside. Chasing Nate back in the ring. Oh, but Nate again a little too fast for Tyler York. Finds himself back in N.Time's corner here. Tag has been made. Oh! Double super kick.
Double venom.
And now it's Freeman.
Yeah, Freeman's turn.
Gangster going at it.
These two teams outright hate each other, Erwin. That hatred coming full force here tonight. The Reaper once again in the corner, trying to distract Mike Chitopa. Mike Chitopa this time keeping his eyes firmly on the action. Oh! Freeman went for broken mist, and Gangster now capitalising on the outside. The original Demon landed hard on that wafer thin mat, but tries to fight back.
Of course, Tyler York is a legal man here, so he needs to watch out for him, who's just got back to his feet.
Yeah, there's no need for a long game when you've got a partner like the Gangster watching your back. Tyler York is a freight train, and he steamrolled Joe Freeman there. Oh, what a shot to the head.
Count of 6 here. Gangster throwing Freeman back in. Tyler York going in as well. This match once again continuing.
Oh, big leg drop right across the neck. It's going to be a massive win for the Hit Squad here, if they could pull it off.
Well, look at the exhaustion of Tyler York.
He's just biding his time, waiting for Freeman to get back up. One big move could do it.
Oh, and that could be it.
Goes for the pin here.
Oh, and the Gangster, but Joe Freeman kicked out.
Yeah, the Gangster came in to block the block, if you will.
Yeah, I didn't think Freeman was going to kick out of that huge slam.
Neither did I. Freeman somehow found the way. 2.9. The original Demon with that knee.
Gangster still going after Nate on the outside.
Holding Erwin, yeah. Nate and the Gangster there battling on the outside. The Gangster realises that York could be in trouble.
Yeah, he's a long way from his corner. Oh, clubbing blow to the back of the head.
It's like a double axe handle right across the neck of Tyler York, but he fights back valiantly with a big right hand. Oh, backbreaker by York. And it has to be said here, when he's holding out tonight, perhaps putting to bed some of the claims that this young man can't go wrong right here tonight is Tyler York.
Perhaps so. Chitopa watching Joe Freeman as he lays outside of the ring. The Reaper having words with Tyler York here. Nate trying to recover from this attack. Does not.
Oh.
This match has been so back and forth.
It really is hard to call a dominant force in this one. You're quite right, Erwin. The Hit Squad's experience has matched N.Time's aggression here tonight, and as such, there is no answer in sight. Joe Freeman counters again. Club to the head. Big backdrop.
York sent into the outside again. And once again
a shot to the Gangster. The amount of cheap shots between these two teams tonight.
Look at this now that Nate's recovered. All 4 men on the outside here.
Just absolute chaos here. What the hell happens if this ends in a double count out, Erwin?
I have no idea. I think we might then have to have that steel cage match.
God help us all.
Freeman and Gangster Going back and forth here. Nate left the fray for a second.
Chitopa on the count of 5.
DDT.
All 4 men outside the ring. Freeman and the Gangster, Nate and Tyler York.
Oh, right into the post.
Yeah, York going headfirst into the steel.
Count of 8.
Finally, Freeman and York back into the ring.
Scoop Tyler York up, but he counters.
Counters a scoop slam.
As does Joe Freeman.
A scoop slam, inverted DDT. It is the battle of the counters between these two tag teams here tonight.
Yeah, but as it stands, there is no one for Freeman to tag to. Nate trying to get back there.
But fighting back is York. Big shots. Hard right hand.
Look at that, Grimes sliding a steel chair in while Chitopa's applying the count to Freeman.
That numbers game of end times, Erwin, coming into effect there. Of course, the unique rulings of N.E.W. that chair will not be interfered with until it comes into direct play. Mike Chitopa will try and get rid of it at a safe time.
Oh, look at that, drop toe hold from Freeman, but he's in a bad corner. The Gangster right there. Oh, what a leg sweep.
Right on that way for Finn Man again. Goes Freeman.
Gangster working on the leg here. Tyler York hyping up this crowd. They seem more behind the hit squad here. Maybe not. Sent Freeman back in. But he makes a tag to Nate.
Yeah, Freeman needed that tag desperately. Nate,
much
fresher man, but York, what a response! Tossing Nate right back out to the outside, and once again in their own corner, the Hit Squad go to work on End Times. Well, it seemed that End Times brought their friends, but the Hit Squad brought a plan, and it was to demobilise their opponents.
My word, it's a good job we're on a live broadcast so we can go along, but this match has been a hellish match so far. I'd hate for it to just have to get called like that. Near countouts, so much brawling on the outside.
And still it's impossible to pick a winner.
Oh yeah, it's been so close all the way through this. Tyler York now in trouble. Leg drop to that knee, jarring the leg of Tyler York, sent into the corner.
Top rope goes York, and a big shot to the with a left hand by Nate. And yes, I agree. It is
oh dear God,
awesome.
no way! Hang on a second.
No, my word! Say Jesus, no! What a superplex!
Right to the outside.
Listen to the fans.
Well, that says it all.
Out.
And this isn't even the main event.
In the Olympia here tonight.
Chitopa's count beginning to rack up once more.
All 4 men putting their bodies on the line.
Oh, into that steel barricade.
Both teams desperately want to face Los
and
Luchadores
again
for the honour at the #1 contendership, just for a chance of getting their hands on Magnum Opus's Tag Team Championship. This is what it means, Erwin.
Count of 7. York rolled back into the ring. Nate follows.
We get busted open by the hands of York.
I think York's busted open. I think Nate has York's blood on him. Rope break there. Look at that speed from Joe Freeman. Sends the Gangster into the mat. Nate waiting on York. Oh, what a super kick!
Jesus, what a super kick that was by Nate. It's over. It has to be all.
Surely that is the end of this match. It is. The end times continue through the tag team. they go on to face Los Luchadores, but you've got to wonder what condition they're going to be in after that. What a match. And again, I can't believe that wasn't the main event. So much action, so much brawling on the outside. And it was so close, but I think that superplex to the outside was what really changed the game.
Well, yeah, that hellish superplex could change any game, Erwin. It was a hellacious matchup between these two impressive teams here tonight, but eventually, in the end, End Times were victorious. That extra level of aggression was needed tonight, but Nate and Joe Freeman will undoubtedly pleased that their master, the Reaper, and will now get to face the veteran tag team of Los Luchadores Espanol. What a match, Erwin.
Absolutely incredible. And well, we now go into the third of the Better Man series between Franco and Yuri. Franco, of course, hasn't won a match yet. And we're going to take a little look back at the last two matches we've had.
Utilising Marty's move, he has the Denver Crab locked in, but wait, Yuri fighting back again, headlock, oh, Franco though, fighting out, dodging the cutter, double underhook suplex. Oh! Franco making sure he was spot on with that elbow right on the nose of Yuri. Northern Lights. Franco. Oh wait. Yuri now fighting back again. Shoulder badge. Oh, and a big European uppercut. If this is the first match, what the hell is the 8th match going to end up like? One of these people may die. Oh, but Yuri's got the sharpshooter. And it's locked in. And it's locked in tight. Look at the foot of Franco there. Forced to tap.
Oh, as you can see with his strikes here. Hold it. Double underhook there.
Tremendous strength by Yuri. To be all that going around the N.E.W. as of late.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. Bit too much if you ask me.
Oh, Samoan drive along to the
Goes. Dodging that time though.
backdrop.
Just letting Alex Crockett to Yuri here. One false move is all it takes. You know this. The tag team veteran he is, but there he is. Alex Crom making a tag to Yuri. Look. That's quick though. Oh wait.
Whoa, what a Samoan drop.
Beautiful there. Flipping Yuri every which way there, catching him on the shoulders. Oh, Yuri's still fresh at that catch with he isolated here. Can't believe Marty should have utilised some of that time to Franco.
Oh, what an uppercut. It's a night for Big. It could be a night for Yuri. Sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter is locked in. Franco needs to get in there. But it's too late. Well, there you have it. That is what has happened so far in this matchup, this Better Man series between Yuri and Franco. And tonight continues in a table match.
Yeah, I mean, these two men, of course, they used to be firm friends, Erwin. It's been well documented, their history. They were a tremendous tag team, both touted as potential world champions in their own right. Now bitter, mortal enemies, all at the hands of this man, the Russian Bear, Yuri, 5'11", 232 pounds from Moscow, Russia, a two-time United States champion and of course a two-time tag team champion with his former friend, Franco. This all really kicked off because Yuri felt he was the ignored man in that team. He felt that Franco was in the spotlight more and resented it being Franco and Yuri essentially, and not Yuri and Franco.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've got to feel a bit bad about this. I offered Franco a shot for a shot at the title, and that is essentially what seemed to have sent Yuri over the edge in this depraved idea that...
Well, let me ask you a question, Owen. Let me ask you a question right here on air. Why Franco and not Yuri?
Well, Franco was already in the N.E.W. rankings. Yuri's in the US rankings, so I never really considered Yuri in that sense.
Well, perhaps the Russian Bear had more of a point than some of us would like to admit. Franco, 6 foot, 248 pounds from Beverly Hills, California, a three-time TV champion, a former Intercontinental champion, and a two-time tag team champion. Is undoubtedly an impressive specimen in his own right. I don't disagree with anything that you said about Franco, when he is definitely a future world champion. It's only a matter of time, but so is Yuri, and I think that's the point.
That. And maybe Yuri has felt a bit denied by being put in the US Championship rankings, but since being put in the US Championship rankings, he hasn't become a US champion. In fact, because of this, he's been ignoring that rankings and opting out of it.
Well, he seems the point he feels he needs to prove to Franco is more important. What a spine buster by Franco. Franco, of course, knows how important this a victory in this table match is tonight. He already is losing 2 pins to 0. 2 falls to 0, should I say, against Yuri. He can't really afford a third, Erwin.
Well, no, I mean, if Yuri gets to 4-0, it's all over. As simple as that.
Coming back from 3 falls down is nigh on impossible. I mean, it could be done, but be a hell of a lot of work. Franco really needs to win this one. Oh, what a sweep by Yuri. Oh! Of course, can you imagine if Yuri beats him in 4 clear falls?
Well, of course, Yuri coming out here last night and making a statement saying this is going to be one easy journey to an N.E.W. title.
Which is, of course, a surprise.
Not only disrespecting Franco, but quite frankly, me.
Well, a championship.
Which I hope. Double axe handle to Yuri, to Franco there, by Yuri. Wanting to prove he is the better man, that's what started this whole series off. Adrian Goldman saying, fine, you can prove it and to hell with it, there can be something at the end of it. N.E.W. title
every time these two wrestle, my commentary literally becomes a series of offs. Because these two guys, well, frankly, they've gone past not liking each other. When I said mortal enemies, when I said, I think the word nemesis could be used to describe the feelings these two have for each other. What a corkscrew takedown.
Again, it's
And I only really use that word with the likes of Crazy Hammer and Snake, who've been fighting for quite literally decades. Middle rope goes Franco.
It's another one of those tag teams you never thought you'd see end, at least not like this.
Oh, big drop kick by Franco, of course, the two-time All-American, the nephew of Kurt Angle. Inverted suplex, beautiful manoeuvre, tremendous strength there by Franco. It's clear, good athletes running that family. Big suplex. Yuri, of course, from the mean streets of Moscow.
Franco, interestingly enough, being the first one to go for a table here.
Ex-Navy SEAL, Yuri, did you know that? They met in college, these two guys. That was after Yuri's stint in the army.
I know they were friends for a long time.
Oh! Inverted suplex right on that table. Of course, the table was not set up yet. But that military training of Yuri.
And I remember the days when Yuri used to come down to the ring
coming handy here tonight.
His country's flag, and Franco used to wear his country's flag as the All-American.
This is really the America versus the US of A. America versus the US of A.
Well, yeah,
the America versus the USSR.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm not trying to, of course, imply that, but that is essentially what we've got if you want to look at it that way.
It's a Cold War all over again, and this one's just got a little bit more heated.
Double underhooks.
Oh, the Cuban Missile Crisis has had nothing on this. Franco and Yuri. Oh, German suplex, this is holding on. 2.
Coming back in a big way against Yuri.
Oh, God, pretty hellish. German suplexes, shades of his uncle there. That trio of Germans. Oh, hard elbow shots by Yuri.
Like a Ferrero Rocher in amongst a stampede of rhinos here. You just know someone's going to come crashing through it at some point, you just don't know when. Franco and Yuri fighting back and forth here, but Yuri has got the upper hand once more.
I want to know who gave them an idea to give these two guys give these two guys a table.
Well, yeah, we know what the history of table matches have led to recently. Yuri looking to put an end to this.
Yeah, on from the top rope. Elbow drop. This. Jesus, what an elbow by Yuri. He got 3-0 up, Owen, on Franco with that massive elbow right to the heart.
3-0 up.
That's amazing.
Has had incredible answers for Yuri before the series started. But that extra drive to get an N.E.W. title shot without having to have the opportunity match beforehand seems to have fueled Yuri to a whole new level here. Either that or the injuries on
Yuri
Franco really are starting to add up.
Oh, to hell with injuries. I mean, he's had as many matches as Yuri has. And all that Yuri is doing, as far as I'm concerned, in his best of 7 is proving his own point. 3 falls to 0. 1 more and it's a clean sweep. Yuri is 1 match away from doing exactly what he said he would do. Destroy Franco.
It's quite scary to see him win 3 matches in a row in such successive fashion. I mean, Franco struggling to answer there. Got that triple German suplex. I thought the game had changed, but once more, Yuri just that step ahead. Well, we have an incredible one-on-one as our main event tonight. We are finding the #1 contender for that US title that currently hangs around the Reaper's waist.
Will it be Zach Fuller or will it be Jeff Collins? We're going to finish things off here tonight with a classic one-on-one and Whiplash, our 3rd night in our glorious stay here in Liverpool from the Grand Old Olympic. Thank you once again for joining us. Oh, wait a minute. Is that Bat Brute?
Yeah, who the hell gave him the mic?
It's Double B, your #1 contender, Erwin.
Oh yeah, he faces me tomorrow, no doubt. Has his mind full of things to say about that.
Well, Bat Brute has earned some time on the mic, so let's hear what the prize fighter has to say.
If we have to.
Bob Bruce making it very clear that he likes the odds being stacked against him, and he likes being the underdog. It says it suits his style. The prize fighter truly believes this time, Erwin, he has your number and will win his chance for a shot at your title.
Making it very clear that he has a big ego. Well, I'm not going to take him lightly. I don't know what kind of matchup Adrian Goldman has in mind.
Well, knowing that,
but he better bring his best.
Knowing the mad scientist, it could be quite literally anything. I mean, I almost want to see a hair versus hair match just for the irony of it all, but
what hair would he have to lose? Do I want to know?
I'm sure there's some form of hair on his body, but the question is, do we want to put that on television? Right, whatever the hell this is now. Damn it, I miss wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Goddamn sport entertainment.
What certainly will be wrestling. Zach Fuller versus Jeff Collins, the trainer, versus essentially still quite a newcomer to N.E.W. Has fought bullies since day one and has now got Wade Nelson watching his back. Of course, Troy Webster trying to attack Zach Fuller. Last night, Bart Brute holding Wade Nelson back in the locker room. And that continued to spill over into the next match as we tried to regain order. Of course, Yuri utilising that time to come out and share his mind with the fans. But Zach Fuller did win that match, and he did stave off the attack from Troy Webster. And he will go into this match tonight against Jeff Collins, one-on-one.
Yeah, as you quite rightly say, I mean, Fuller's been through a lot in his career in a very short space of time, and Jeff Collins, a very respected trainer, has been around the block, been around company a lot longer than Fuller has, and both these men would make fine champions.
Again, Jeff
in
Collins,
my opinion,
must be the only person I've ever seen pull off Windsor knots still in wrestling today. It's absolutely incredible to watch every time.
Zach Fuller, 5'10", 225 pounds.
And he's brought Wade Nelson presumably to keep an eye out for any of the Trailblazers wanting to intervene in this one.
Well, he's from Hackensack, New Jersey. He's a two-time TV champion, and I'm sure if he has brought his partner out with him tonight, then they will respect the one-on-one stipulation of this match. I mean, Fuller is ultimately an honourable man. It's cost him in the past, when many would believe he needed to be a little bit more aggressive from time to time to get things done here.
I think Nelson, also quite respectful of the rules as well, is literally out here just to make sure there is no interference in our main event tonight.
I think Wade Nelson has that kick, that vicious kick. for any outside interference ready and waiting.
Yeah, I would assume
Around
so.
the world. Super kick. The only man ever, this man's tag team partner of course, to beat the Reaper. Here he is, Jeff Collins. 5'10", 209 pounds from Leeds, England.
Has proven his career is far from over as a wrestler.
Oh, absolutely. Jeff Collins a few months ago looked like he was dead and buried, looked like he was about ready to settle down into a quiet retirement of training the next generation. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Jeff Collins is absolutely crucial to EFW's day-to-day operations. I think that's very fair to say. But Collins, when that speculation was floating around about his career, he seemed to lit a fire under this guy to prove a point, to just have one last crack at the big time, just to show he can do it one more time. This road for redemption so close to coming to fruition here for Jeff Collins. He's fought so hard for it. He's proved all his doubters wrong. You're absolutely right, Erwin.
And this match is anyone's match here tonight, if you ask me. Very evenly built men, two different wrestling styles.
Well, yeah, 5'10", 225 meets 5'10", 2'9". 16 pounds, essentially.
Standing off fast
separates these men.
Shades of the Von Erichs. Again, Fuller has fought so many bullies. Of course, being the victim of the Enforcers, being the victim of Troy Webster, and now the Trailblazers.
Big drop kick.
Finding solace in that.
Absolutely.
Collins here, the only thing he can find solace in is the fact that he has fought his way to the #1 contendership match.
Oh, wait a minute, armbar.
Yeah.
Armbar by Fuller.
Oh,
submission
catching the leg as well.
Yeah, oh God, that's a vicious submission there, at the arm and leg bar.
Jeff Collins though managing to roll free there, but clearly the pain has been done.
Yeah, damage. Snap suplex by Fuller.
This could be a very fast main event. Zach Fuller climbing to the top rope.
No way. Not like this.
No!
Oh.
Collins moving out of the way. Nearly over and in the bag for Zach Fuller.
Well, the veterancy of Collins, that experience, that drop kick misses though. The move out the way by Fuller, who clearly has a superior speed. Great counter into the backdrop by Collins. Using all his ring presence, all his experience. He'll need that tonight because Fuller will have the speed. Neckbreaker by the veteran.
Collins fighting back here.
It's not going to take
pick up the momentum. Tries to slow things down with a headlock. A bit of a sleeper hold here. Fuller though, quickly back to a vertical base.
Club to the gut.
Not enough. Fireman's carry.
A big fireman's carry by Fuller.
Arm drag. Going back and forth here. Fuller again.
Drop to the back of the leg. Oh, wait a minute, going for that. I'm not going for another modified armbar this time, it seems. Going for a hammerlock. Oh God, that wrench right into the canvas by Fuller.
Going for a pin. Only a one. Again, this is a normal one-on-one. I would have thought that leg of Fuller's there was a bit far under the ropes, but still not seeing it or not calling it, one of the two. This match continues regardless.
Well, he's human like the rest of us, match. He's totally prone to the odd mistake. Oh, inverted DDT by Collins. Just like everybody else. Oh, what a headbutt! Well, the mind, arguably, Jeff Collins' strongest weapon. He put his head to good use there against the resilient Zach Fuller, who seems to be wailing. Oh, what an elbow! The minute you count him out is the minute he starts fighting back. What a belly-to-belly by Fuller.
Looking to finish what he started.
Again goes to the high risk. Again goes for the moonsault. This time it connects.
Chooses not to pin though.
That's a mistake, Erwin. That has to be a mistake there by Fuller.
Right.
Counter by Collins.
Once again fighting back here. Crucifix holds it.
1.
Only a 1. But Collins back in the driver's seat, perhaps not. Zach Fuller once more, sweeping free, grabs the leg.
Oh, just taken down with that leg. Leg first was pushing the entire weight of the knee right into the chest of Collins. Just hit them out hard. Oh, knee buster.
Yeah, surfboard knee buster there.
Fuller showing an aggressive streak here tonight against the veteran Collins.
Oh, wait, hang on a second. The Fuller signature rolling German suplex.
Classic Zach Fuller.
This could be it right here.
Yes,
And
it's
it
over.
is. Jeff Collins has been shown up by Zach Fuller here tonight. A hard-fought victory, though.
Oh yeah, Zach Fuller had to pull out all the stops, had to get aggressive. Took 2 moonsaults, the first one missed. Jeff Collins, using that technical base, just kept coming back, using his head on one occasion. That second moonsault you see there, that was a turning point. Fuller made a mistake and didn't go for the pin, but that German from the corner was enough to put away the veteran. What a win for Zach Fuller.
And now the question is, can Zach Fuller defeat the Reaper and get a shot at that US title of his?
Well, we're going to find out. Can Zach Fuller finally get some revenge on the man who injured him? What a whiplash. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you and good night. We will see you tomorrow, past BST, for Brawl. Don't miss it.